Hey, what's going on? This right here is a whole nother level of simping. When I say simping, I mean as in some people call it tricking, like tricking off your money. But this guy right here is a fan of a he's a fan of an OnlyFan model. I don't know what she is. She could be a stripper, a ex porn star. I don't know because OnlyFan people, they usually have like maybe some of them just got OnlyFans just to show their goods or show themselves having sexual intercourse with somebody else, or they may do some stripping, just all for the purpose of pleasure. This guy right here spends 62 grand for a single month of a woman. And I guess they met each other, and she taking a picture of him saying that she met her number one supporter, and he thinking that it's cool. But bruh, you just I'm gonna put it out there like this. You just show everybody around that it's cool to simp, that it's cool to spend a good bit of money on a woman that you probably wouldn't even that probably wouldn't even date you on your best day. Because you can imagine you got so many of this guy right here that probably saying sweet things to her, but he probably the sucker that spend that amount of money. 62 grand, that's a lot. I wish I had that amount of money right now. There's a lot I could do with 62 grand. I can use that to as a capital for a business. I can use that to set up business. I can get a house. I can get a brand new car and still have money left over to spend it on other things. Shoot, I can donate it to a charitable cause. That's a lot of money to throw away unless you're a billionaire or something. That's really much of nothing. That's like chump change or something. But he looked like an average everyday person. I don't know what's in his bank account. I don't know, but it's the principle of that. Sometimes doing a little too much can be an extreme. I got no issue with OnlyFans. If you spend like pocket change or somebody's charging you like maybe if you were to subscribe to somebody and they probably to get more of the content they probably subscribing $10 a month or possibly $15 a month or 12. Any nothing beyond that. But when you get to like something that's costs a little bit too much, and not only you spending on a subscription, but you tipping them that amount of money for a single month. And how do he know where she at? I don't know if he's stalking her. I don't know, but he probably approach her and say, you know what? I'm a fan of your. I'm a subscriber of your OnlyFans, and I'm the one that donate you all this money. And you can just look at the smile on her face. He said, "Oh, I got a sucker." But to the women that be taking these large amount of lump sum of money from men, I say don't do that, and not just don't do it, but also don't. I'm not talking about OnlyFans, of course, but I'm talking about guys you see every day. Cause I heard a lot of women and some guys that admitted that they pay a woman groceries, they pay their bills, their apartment rents, and everything, and they're not even talking to that woman. That woman might give up some might give up some draws or something, but she she isn't really into the guy. She's just into what he has in his wallet. In my honest opinion, that's pathetic. You have to, I guess, have a transactional relationships. But a lot of women need to understand men like that are dangerous because you got guys who are killer simps. You got simps that that look at you and say things like, "I gave you this. I gave you this amount of money. I spent all this amount of money on you, and you're gonna do me like that? You're gonna walk out on me like that?" Now, this in the nature of a lot of men. Men basically they see they when they look at relationships, they look at it as an investment. When they put money in anything, they see it as investment. Okay, I'm putting money on her, so I'm going to expect something good and big out of that. That's guys who don't really think logically, but in our nature. When we invest in something, we expect something out of it. That's what men see relationship as. Men see relationship as investment. They invest in money. They invest in time and like stock, especially money and buying you rent, buying you clothes. Out of return, you be his. That's on a lot of men subconsciously. But it take a man to understand true game and know that you don't just because you spend money on her don't mean that you entitled for her. You just be the sucker that do so. You give it to her. But like I say, nothing is wrong with OnlyFans. I got no issue with that because truth be told, I check out a few OnlyFans. I look at some of my favorite adult models and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I do because I think when it comes to OnlyFans, this one model, but I just checked her out one time to see what she up to now. If many of you know an ex porn star named, what's her name? Oh, my head kind of tangled up. I try to remember her name. Vanessa Blue. Yeah, Vanessa Blue. She was a classic back in I'd say around the 90s and early 2000s maybe. But Vanessa Blue got her own OnlyFans page, and Lord, child, let me tell you, talking about a mature woman, this woman got the goods, and she, I guess, hasn't forgotten her skills, and you can kind of tell that she's fully developed because if you would look at her in her earlier years in the adult industry, adult entertainment, you can kind of see that her body at that time it was mature, but it wasn't mature like it is now, of course, because she's older. But she looked all toned up and she looked like she's well seasoned. I'm like, my lord. But something like that is understandable. She charging about maybe about 12, 15 a month for her to put up new content if you want to check her. Because I actually checked her out and it's still, I mean, it worth the money just to get an entertainment out of it. Just like how people do back then, they used to buy some of their adult films and stuff, but now people can just look at it for free online on like the hub or something. They can just look at it for free. But a lot of ex porn stars, especially the ones that was around during the 2000s and 90s, a lot of them they are missed. A lot of them got that baggage. A lot of them got that good. They got a load on them, and to see them now, they'll charge you, which is very smart. And my thing is, so for you to spend that amount of money, like maybe $10 to $12 just to see them, or whatever, and see what the kind of new content they put up. Okay, that's understandable. That's your thing. And for him, that's his thing too. If you want to spend that amount of money on a woman that you just tipping her every month, 62 grand, like no, bro. I mean, that's too much. But hey, that's your money. You do what you want to do. But don't complain when you don't really get as far with her because a lot of guys probably send her money. And you know what the sad thing is? It's simps like this is the reason why a lot of women be having these entitlement attitudes. A lot of guys talk about, oh, these women are this. No, 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 no. It's the simps. The simps be giving these women the entitlement, thinking that they entitled to money. They entitled for a guy to make this amount of money so they can take care of them. I ain't entitled to have my bills paid because look at me. I'm a woman. I'm a beautiful woman. They have that in their mind. And these simps be messing it up for everybody. I'm entitled to be, since you want to take me out on a date, take me to the most expensive restaurant. I know you don't know me. I know I don't know you as much, but I want you to take me to an expensive restaurant where you pay for it. And I decide if I want to continue the date. It's these simps that be messing the game up for a lot of people who trying to date out there. These simps be wanting to trick off their money and spend like a good bit of money thinking that they're impressing her, but they really ain't. You just a sucker and you messing the game up for everybody. Because I remember you got a lot of people used to call out simps. And of course, you got some women that get mad because we call out some of these simps and their behaviors because and I wouldn't blame them because you got a lot of women that think that we taking their privilege and and their way of means to get money from them. But in the long run, it'll cost these women because these simps are dangerous. But tell me what you think about this. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also be on the lookout because I might do some videos sometime in the near future. But take care of yourself and each other.